If you got spirit got you.
What up and welcome to the channel, Dap Divination. I'm Dap, I'm your reader. If you're new here, I do pick a card readings, divination all day long. I do live streams, I do personal readings. If you're interested, just check the link in the description. But also subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave me some comments, let me know that you're here. It helps the channel grow. And that's what we're doing right now. But if you're not new here, well, welcome back. But this is how this works. Again, if you are new, what you're going to do is pick a card, pick an image that you see on the screen, any image with your third eye, not your first or second eye, that you're drawn to. You'll find your reading in the timestamps. That little chunk of the video will be your reading, or you can be like some people and watch the entire video. You get little layered messages here and there. Just take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Again, it's a general reading. This is a tool to help you be more self-aware, know what's going on. But today we're looking at what your coworkers and boss may be thinking about you, how you're being viewed. So it's a good one. It's a short one, but I love y'all and I will see you at your reading. Bye for now.
If you got spirit got you.
What up, pal number one? Welcome to your reading on what they saying about you at work. How are you being viewed at work? So this is going to look at your coworkers, your peers, your boss, all that good stuff. And when I say your boss, if you don't have a conventional job, think of your boss as the people that pay you. It's the contract work that you do when you get like hired. It's the service you give people and they sign you a check or whatever. It's the client. If you don't have, say, a conventional job, and I'm talking about your coworkers or your peers, well, guess what? That's like your competition, or the people that do the same thing that you do, and that you work side by side with, or like maybe you have like a professional relationship with, that kind of thing. They can be also just your peers in the same field that you work in. And then we're also going to look at how maybe your job is affecting you in ways that you may not quite see in the long run. Okay? So the oracle card that I picked for you after my ABC flashcards is the number 13. They're cheeseburgers. So you may work in the food industry. You may have worked in the food industry in a long time. Maybe like a chef, something like that. But also the 13 means that there's been a major shift and change in what you do. So you may have started in the restaurant and moved on to like healthcare or your own business. Something about maybe starting in service. It doesn't have to be like food. That's what comes up for me. But it could be starting there and working your way up to something else. Maybe even management, maybe a whole different field entirely. Because I do see how your bosses view you is the emperor. It's almost like you're the boss. So I'm looking at managers. I'm looking at people who are supervisors. I'm looking at people who own their own businesses. It says when the how your boss feels about you, how your boss views you is the emperor. Like you are the boss. It could also mean that some of y'all have a 9-to-5 job where your boss puts everything on you and you feel like the boss, but you ain't getting paid like the boss. That's a message for somebody. Don't do that. Like they're taking advantage of you. But hopefully it's the first message. But I know it's probably somebody out there who's like saying like, no, I might as well be the boss as hard as they work me. I see the Knight of Wands. I see a journey for somebody on the road to having their own business, and this is going to be a success. I see the Sun. Don't worry about it so much. You're worried about it. You're worried about the schematics and the semantics, and you're worried about the semantics. I don't know words, but you know what I'm trying to say. You're worried about the little details, and you shouldn't be. All you got to do is know what you want, know where you're trying to head, and head in that direction, and let God do the rest. Let the universe like take you there, because you can't control the outcome or how it's going to happen. But I do see the 10 of Cups about how your peers and the people that work right beside you feel about you. You're very loved. And I think if you were drawing at pile number 2, watch pile number 2. You may get some messages there. But it gives me like something, maybe you work with families. Maybe it's a family business, or you work with all ages or something like that. And you bring people closer together in something like this is your peers. So you may have peers of all age. That you may be a mentor to some, you may be a teacher to some, but you may also be a student to others. And maybe something that feels like a family, like where you work may feel like a family. Clarify that. And when something happens, when somebody grieves, we all grieve. So you may have found your chosen family in work. 6 of Cups, and that's a beautiful energy. So I'm seeing good things about how your people feel about you. And when it comes down to, like, say if you don't have a 9-to-5 conventional job, that energy with the coworkers could be like maybe the people in your community. If you work in doing a service, the people that you work around or your peers, your competition, they admire you, and you seem to be part of a community, a very important. They would never want you to leave. Like, they would never want to, like, outshine you or anything like that. They see you as an equal, and they see you as family. That's for somebody. So if you've been wondering about that, if you've been having your walls up or your guard up, it's like the people that work around you aren't necessarily jealous. I think they actually see you as family. They see you as somebody, like the glue that may hold some things together. I don't know. How it's going to affect you in the long run is the Two of Pentacles. You may have another side gig, or this may just be a pit stop for you. Clarify that as a Page of Cups. I think you're still developing into your true power and your true gifts. And although you're thriving right now, baby, you don't know how much you're going to thrive in the very near future. I see the Wheel of Fortune. There's so much more to come for you. And so and that 13 is like is that 13 that we talked about at the beginning. That's the number of death. Death is a beautiful card in tarot. It represents change and transformation, and not just transformation, but growth. It's like the death of the old naive version of you and the birth of a new, wise, like powerful person. What I'm seeing is Sagittarius. I'm seeing Aries. I'm seeing a little bit of Pisces and Scorpio. Not much other than that. Sound off in the comments. Let me know how this resonated. Remember, guys, I'm always here for you. If you want to book a personal reading, just hit the link in the description. I record them, they're personalized just for you, and I do send them within 24 to 48 hours. And we do communicate if anything changes. I do follow-ups, but I love y'all to pieces. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. And remember, if you got spirit, what spirit got you? Blessings in all we do. Bye.
Blessings in all we do. Blessings in all we do.
What up, pal number 2? Welcome to your reading on what are your coworkers and your boss thinking about you? How are they being viewed at work? And again, just to reiterate, if you missed the intro, when I say boss, if you are working in a like type of job where like maybe you don't have a traditional boss or a supervisor, like maybe you're your own boss, well, take that as like your clients, people who pay you, you know, people who book you, people you give a service to, whoever pays your paycheck, that's your boss in this context. If you don't have a 9-to-5. Your coworkers, think of them as your peers. People that you work side by side. If you are, say you have your own business, maybe that's your competition. People who do what you do, basically. Your peers out here, struggling and striving just like you are. And then we'll also look at how your job may be affecting you personally and in the long run, and maybe in a more nuanced way that you're not really thinking about. But the Oracle card that you picked is the Stars. And there are 14 of them. So 14 in tarot is the Hangman. Not the Hangman. It's Temperance, which is about balance. So something about what you do combines two different things. So you may bring a skill to the table that's not necessarily required for the job, but it definitely helps. Like, say if you spend a long time in customer service or dealing with people, or if you're in the medical field and you just know how to have a bedside type of manner and you deal with people, but you could be selling vacuum cleaners for all I know. You know, you could be doing something completely different now, but it's like those skills have transferred, and it kind of turns you a little bit into a superstar. And it could be anything. Like, say you could have bartended for like 5 or 10 years, and that translates into another customer service job that makes you just really, really, really attentive, empathetic, or maybe just listening. Maybe just really good with clients and customers because of, like, say some kind of service job or something like that. It's like those skills transfer. So it's like saying it makes you stand out. It makes you a superstar in what you do. That's what I'm saying. Now, your boss, or the people that you have to answer to, they kind of see you as a little bit as a live wire. You kind of fly off the handle a little bit. I don't know if that means that you're just like maybe easily offended. Maybe you're really passionate about what you do, or maybe you're the type that likes to kind of like make decisions and kind of like go pretty fast. It's like maybe sometimes you have to give your people time to catch up or slow down a little bit to really take in your ideas of what you're trying to say, because what you want to do is brilliant. but sometimes people may not understand exactly what you mean, because you may be, like I said, you have the ability to mix two different things to make something new. So maybe what you bring to the table is something that people haven't really seen before, really heard of before, or your ideas may come across as a little bit out there. You could definitely be a Sagittarius, you could be a Gemini for sure, Aquarius, I see that, Libra, a little bit of Leo. But clarify this Knight of Swords in reverse. Ace of Wands, Three of Cups. You have brilliant ideas, and I think you have people that really back you up. It's like you may have a relationship with your boss where they really trust you and your ideas, and it may have been a road or like not a struggle, but like it may have been something where you have to prove yourself, and maybe you've proven yourself, because it's like you have these crazy ideas, or you want to do things like a lot differently. And I think maybe sometimes there's some resistance, but at the end of the day, they may actually adopt your ideas, or you may find yourself like noticing, I wonder if they did that because of me. It is. So you have a certain sense of influence because you have people on your side that vouch for you in high places, is what I'm seeing. How your coworkers see you, that's even better. You have the Six of Wands. This is the card of respect. This is respect, admiration. You may have been doing what you do for a long time, or you just do it very well. Baby, you are the superstar. People are seeing you as a superstar right now. So you may have been just recognized for something, maybe got a reward, an award, or bonus, or something like that, a promotion, maybe up for promotion. I'm seeing the Page of Wands in reverse. You may train new people. I'm seeing that new people who come in may actually, even if you don't have authority, or if you're not a boss, they may treat you like a boss, because it's like there's something about you where you just like know what you just know what you're doing, you know your stuff. And even if you're new, you may still have this air of authority about you. I'll see the Eight of Cups in reverse, and your coworkers, your peers, even your competition don't want you to go nowhere. They root for you. So you have a special ability. Even people who may see you as competition root for you. So you must be a very wonderful person, a really warm person, somebody who just maybe commands respect without commanding ego. And it's like there's something about you that even the people that have to work right next to you, or maybe even compete against you, don't want you to go nowhere. That's a blessing. And how it affects you in the long term, I see this Queen of Swords. It's teaching you a valuable lesson on how to counsel people, treat people, and mix this energy of like logic and common sense and what you know with your heart and your empathy. It's not just one or the other. It's not just knowing a bunch of rules. It's not following a bunch of rules. It's mixing what you know about the rules with like a case-by-case basis. Like everyone is different, and you give your heart. So that's what I see for you. And you still got a long way to go, but you're headed in the right direction. Sound off in the comments and how this resonated. If you would like a personal reading, I am finally available for you to do those. I record them and send them to you within 24 to 48 hours. I also do live streams if you catch me there. But I love you to pieces. Y'all take care of each other. I love you. Thank you for clicking on the video, spending some time with me. And remember, if you got spirit, what spirit got you? Blessings in all we do. Bye. Alright, so to pile number 3. We are looking at what's going on at work. So what does your boss and coworkers think about you? What's going on? What you need to know. So we're going to look at, say first, just how like, when I say boss, I mean the people who pay you. So if you don't have a conventional job where you have like a say 9 to 5 and you have a supervisor, this could be just like your clients or the people that contract you or book you or the people that you provide a service for, the people who pay you. So you can look at your peers or your coworkers more like say competition, or people who do the same thing that you do. If you like say own your own business, it'll be your competition or something like that. So just put yourself where you fit in is what I'm trying to say. All right, so the oracle card that comes up for you out my ABC flashcards is the airplanes, and it's number 19. 19 for me is the energy of success. It's the energy of somebody who is very well rounded, someone who is as bright as the sun. The 19th card in tarot is the sun. So you could be a Leo, born on the 19th of the month, or the 1st of the month, 9th of the month. It's somebody who's very well rounded. Because if you think about it, you have the number 1, you have number 9. 1 is the first, 9 is the last. It's someone who can do it all. So you have lots of talents and lots of skills that gets you pretty far. You may have a job where you travel, or you may have a job where you want to travel. So something like that. How your boss views you, or the people who pay you, they see you as sometimes overwhelmed. I think you work yourself a lot. Like you have high expectations of yourself, and sometimes it can be to your detriment. I feel like sometimes you may work yourself a little harder than you need to with that Ten of Wands. But the thing about that is, people trust you, and the people who pay you, your bosses, they can't see it as a negative, too much of a negative, because it's like you still do the work, even if you bite off a little bit more than you can chew, and sometimes it kind of shows. Your boss may think that you have like some family problems, or some kind of issue from the past that you're still working on, or like maybe you had issues at that job or whatever. But some of them are saying like maybe you have some personal issues that maybe contribute to why maybe you're not having the smoothest ride at work, or being as efficient as you used to be. Card that falls on the floor, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. It's not that you're not doing the work. There's something like maybe they think that you've changed at work. Maybe your mind is somewhere else, or it's kind of scattered. Now your peers and your coworkers, they see you completely different. They see you as the Three of Pentacles. You're helpful. They rely on you. You know your place. You know what you need to do. It's like, even if you have people that don't like you at work, they respect you. So it's like your coworkers see you as like different than your boss does. They may not see the burnout like your boss does. I see the Ten of Swords, the Empress in reverse, Three of Pentacles in reverse. Beware of a female that wants your job, or a female that wants to make you look bad. Simple message. Beware of a female that makes you want to look bad. And it may have something to do with like maybe maternity leave or something like that. This person may have left and gone off, they had a baby and came back, and everything is different, and maybe they're mad about it. You could have gone off and had a baby and things are different. It's something like that. But what it's giving me is beware of a female who doesn't have your best intentions at heart, because they're mad about something, or they feel like that you are like you shouldn't be where you are, or something like that. It's a very specific message for a specific person. Take it how it resonates. But now, how is this job affecting you and your loved ones in the long term? About work, like what's going on there? I see the Nine of Cups in reverse. You may be holding off on like some kind of promotion, or like for some of y'all could be getting that runaround where it's like, just hang on just a little bit longer. We promise we're gonna get you what you need. Now it's just not the right time. Look at this economy. Like, oh, For other people, it may just feels like you're not living your passion. Like maybe you like what you do, but maybe you don't like what you do. Maybe it pays the bills, but it's like it's not very fulfilling. And then some people do have like a really thriving personal life and a boring job. They can work for you, but if your job is not giving you enough time to have that personal life, then it's like, what's the point? So some of y'all are reevaluating some things about your job in general, like in what you do, and some of y'all may really leave because you're not seeing the fruits of your labor. You're not seeing your job pay out in dividends. You want to be this Queen of Pentacles, right? And something about your job is not allowing you to do that. So some of y'all are gonna have to walk away. Because why? You are the shining star. And you have places to go. Sound off in the comments, let me know how this resonates. This is just a short little reading. And a reminder that I am taking and booking personal readings for anybody who wants something to be much deeper than this, a deep dive. I do chart readings with a 12-card tarot spread if you want a general. That's my general reading. It's a 12-card tarot spread with a birth chart interpretation. But I'll see you next time, guys. Remember, if you got spirit, what spirit got you? Blessings and out we do. Bye.